fun is it in this offense?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We just working faster now, and we catching defense out guard a little bit. So I get to catch the spaces and little spaces. Try to make plays.
What was the key today for you guys?
Just to start fast and finish strong. And, we start a little fast, but we slow down a little bit, which I think we need to keep staying strong and let the defense out a little bit. So we stay on the field and get the break.
Was your first touchdown deflected before it got to you? There was a DB right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. His hand kind of got away, but I somehow maintained focus and was able to catch the ball.
But it didn't change direction.
No, not that much.
They kept you from really going deep today. What were they doing differently to change the issue?
Well, they was playing a lot of cover 4, so they wouldn't allow me to get on top. So they just had caught a lot of underneath routes, and I think they did a good job with not letting us get beat as a whole unit.
Did they surprise you with the way they played?
Yeah, we kind of thought they was going to play a lot of cover 2, but they ended up playing a lot of cover 4 and outside man 3. And I think they knew that we could get deep on them, so I guess they changed it up.
How do things change either for the offense or for you individually when Darius Joseph goes out?
I mean, Darius is a big part of our offense. He's a great guy. He makes plays, tough, physical. But we got other guys that step up in this place that can make plays. We got Ron Walker and Deion Sanders, and they both stepped in today and made plays. In place of Darius Joseph.
You've done a great job this year making things happen after the catch. Anything you've worked on over the off season, or is it just more of a confidence thing?
We worked a lot of our season. Me, Garrett, and other receivers. We still stayed out for workouts every day, running routes, make sure we finish with the catch. And also we're doing a lot in practice also. Every time we catch the ball, we try to score. I think that's made a difference in the game.
Stephon, we're headed down from the press box with your interception. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
It's just playing defense like how we've been practicing. We actually had a fire zone on there, and I knew like when we have a fire zone, the ball comes out quick, and that's exactly what happened. So we got to stay in our coverage, and everybody did their job. It's just the whole defense executing their plays, and the result was a touchdown, which is what we need.
Do you enjoy dropping into coverage, or would you rather be going after the quarterback on every play?
Well, coming in, I initially was told that I'll be rushing and not having to drop as much. So, but I mean, it's whatever for the defense. I mean, I trust Coach Mason and his defense, and he feels that I should be dropping in coverage. Then I'm going to do just that for our team and for the SMU community.
Did you know you were going to get 6 as soon as you got the ball?
Yeah, well, I'll take it one step at a time. The first was having to catch it, but after that, then I was just smooth sailing straight to the end zone.
Did that guy get a hand on you? The receiver on the play looked like he was inches behind you. Did he get a hand on you at all when you took off with it?
Actually, I do not know. I just saw the end zone and just kept running. So.
Defensively, what were you guys concerned about in the second half?
In the second half, it was just the way we would come out initially against their offense. I mean, lately we've been having a mindset. It's not what they do, it's what we do, and how we play our game. If we play our game, then we'll be just fine.
You guys had a couple of really nice stops. Can you talk about that, coming up big on fourth down?
Right. It's like I was saying earlier, it's just a matter of execution. I mean, we got a great defense, and if everybody do their job, then the result is always positive and it works in our favor. And that's exactly what happens on those fourth down plays, and those critical stops that we have. That's exactly what we need.
Jeremy, how big was that turnaround there? They come to the stop, and you guys took on 2 plays to score right after that. Was that a pretty good swing?
Oh, yeah, of course. Defense made a stop, and we told sound on our sideline that we was going to score. We was going to know what we got to score to keep our defense more confident.
How did you get around the defender on that? Looked like you had you covered fairly well, and next thing you're 50 yards down the field. Was that?
That was Derek Thomas.
What was there? I'm sorry.
Derek made a great play. Came outside. I appreciate it.
We're good? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
it, as we always do, a little harder than it's supposed to be, but, you know, playing in this new conference, these teams, regardless of what their record is, are big and fast, and they're more physical than I think than what we've been playing against, and so we got to do everything right. I'm proud of Garrett. Thought the O-line, the size and their front four, I thought throwing the ball 52 times, they competed pretty hard. You know, we had some seepage, but you're going to have seepage when you play a team that is bigger and got some skill against you.
You use a little bit different attack rushing. Did you like how that worked out? You got a couple of good runs.
Yeah, well, we've been trying to do it. We kind of knew that, you know, some of the techniques that they were going to use to try to defend the run, so we did. I wanted to run Garrett a little bit more in the second half, but he kind of dinged his shoulder a little bit, so I kind of pulled on to that, and said, okay, we got to throw it, and we threw it, and then we were able to sneak in there and get some runs late in the game.
I think he used that shoulder on a play where he, you know, instead of going out, he went into that guy.
Yeah.
Does that worry you when he does stuff like
Yeah,
that?
it does. It does. You know, you try to, you know, he's a competitive kid and trying to do everything he can do, but, you know, I think he'll be a little more careful now.
You've been saying all year you want to see more takeaways from your defense. You had a few last week at Cincinnati. You got a couple late ones tonight, including the one that Stephon Sanders took back. Do you and Coach Mason and the rest of your staff feel like you've turned some sort of a corner that they may start?
Well, you definitely hope so. I think really the reason we're a plus is because we didn't give it away on offense. So it's a combination of the two things. You know, last week we had 3 takeaways, no giveaways, and you usually win those games. We didn't. So this week it definitely was a difference in the game, I thought.
You obviously haven't had a chance to look at film yet, but Darian Richardson stepped in, got his first playing time, got a takeaway. What was your initial assessment of
Well,
how he did?
I've been watching him. We decided he's a football player, and we had to get him in the game. And so, you know, we wanted to spot play he and Horace Richardson this week because both of them have potential to be really good players. But when you're rookies and young kids, until you get them in the game and evaluate them, same thing with Zell. Zell will just keep getting better just because you get him 15 to 25 plays. Same thing with Darian and Horace.
Darius, is he going to be okay?
I don't know yet. He definitely was out for the game, and Colin McGass was out also for the game. So we'll see how they are, you know, this week.
Does it concern you about the depth on offense, or do you think you still have plenty left?
Well, we're going to have to. We're down to 2 backs. We're going to have to make some adjustments there. Hopefully, Colin will be back, and then he'll give us some. But yeah, it does concern me a little bit.
Now, you used Chase on punts. Is that just because of the mistakes the last game?
Yeah. Chase was going to give him a chance to punt. He's been punting really well in practice, and I thought he was really, really good today, kicking into the wind. And then he made his field goal opportunities too. So he stepped up and really done a nice job.
After missing a couple last week, do you say anything to him in practice, or do
No.
you just sort of leave him alone and figure he's old enough and mature enough to figure that out?
No, he feels worse than everybody else. You don't have to say anything.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you,
All right,
Coach.
see you.